Welcome back, everybody, to Project Create. For those of you who don't know, I've just done a huge update to the mod pack. So if you want to take a read, pause here and have a look. But for those who don't like reading, such as myself, I want to show you one of the cooler things I've added, the Better Combat mod. Check out these weapons. We got a claymore, a great axe, and a great hammer. And all of these weapons have custom animations and sounds. Oh yeah. Like, look how cool this is. It's so good. My favorite by far, though, I think my new weapon going forward on this save is going to be the Great Hammer here, just because I love the bonk noise. It's so funny. Bonk. It's so good. And this thing is actually beastly as well. I've upgraded it with some enchantments here, and you can see it's 15 attack damage. Not great speed, but amazing range. And you may notice the absurd number of librarians in my backpack. And in that same stream, there was an incident. Name formatting. Setup. Oh, very cool game. Yeah. Bruh. Yeah, so I wanted to add a data pack to the world, which allowed me to give like custom names and stuff to my items, much like we got here in the Create private server. And I didn't know this data pack, when you enabled it, or when you started it, it would spawn this whole structure made of bedrock. And I summoned it right in the middle of the villager hall here, so we're going to have to do a funny little open to LAN and one of these, and clean this mess up, and hopefully build this place back to where it was before. I believe I have saved all the librarians that escaped their cells. Thankfully, a lot of these guys didn't run off too far, because the roof's quite high, they didn't jump down. But this is still going to be a bit of a pain to clean up. Okay, the damage has been mostly restored. I've even added just some treated wood in the middle here. Once I'd fixed everything in creative, I went back through in survival and added in these treated wood. I think these planks actually look really nice. I like it when they connect. Looks a bit jank on these sideways pieces, but it's fine. Yeah, all the villagers should be back in. I even went ahead and fixed the elevator here, so that's kind of nice. And we got the backpack. There's nothing left in here, so we can actually carry on with bonking some stuff. All distractions aside, I do actually want to make some progress this episode. Last time we talked about making a workshop to fill this area, and I've given that some thought, and I know what I want to put in it now. So I definitely want to make an improved storage room for one. We're going to need a press, a sawmill, a mixer. I would like a mechanical crafter setup, the precision mechanism machine. I want to move the dripstone lava farm in there. Oh, and a railway machine. That's the last one. And a little bit of work later, and we've actually managed to put together a pretty good shell for this thing. I ended up putting a couple walls and windows, starting to work out the roof in here. But if we come inside, for one, these sheep are going to have to move. They are kind of intersecting the path here. But on the inside, we're going to have the treated wood floor. I'm currently waiting for more creosote so I can actually craft more of this, because to make this stuff, you need the bucket of creosote oil from Immersive Engineering. Which, I won't go too much into that, but it's kind of slow to make. So I've got to wait around just to get more of this stuff. But as for the roof, we're going to go with the black sheet metal. And this place is pretty big. We've even got a fancy little diagonal section in this back corner. And I reckon we'll be able to fit everything we need in here. So this little back closet here, I think I'm going to turn this area here into like the main storage room. Now, I did actually, in the update to the pack, I added functional storage, which adds these drawers. And basically these are like multi-block storage in a way, or stuff that we can get quite a lot of. And you can also upgrade these, and you can see the diamond one, copper one even, the cheapest one, multiplies block item storage by 8. So for example, the 1x1 drawer, this stores 2048 items by default. But if we were to add a copper upgrade, that would then store 8,000. And you can have, I believe, up to 5 of these in one drawer, so a maximum size drawer can hold about 33 million items. I don't think I'm ever going to need that much. And either way, I have made some drawers, and I'm going to try these out. So I've actually gone with the framed ones, which means that we've been able to apply a custom texture to them, which is really cool. So we've got the immersive engineering hempcrete and stripped mangrove log, which I think looks pretty nice. So we place down the controller, and we'll put all these along the top, maybe like this. I want to have a space down below, because I actually want to put chests along the front here. And then we bind. And then I believe we have to click on every individual drawer, and this adds them to the network. So now, if we, for example, take some chicken sandwich, put 2 in there. If we hold right click on the controller, yeah, they go into that drawer, and we can pull them out, and we'll do all kinds of stuff. But by default, these 2x2 drawers only have an inventory of 512, so I've gone ahead and made some copper upgrades. That zombie is really loud. So if... Anyway, as I was saying, made some upgrades, so we just shift right click these in. No? Ah, okay, there we go. You can see they've got a little copper icon in the bottom to show what upgrades they have. So we'll put 1 in all of these and see how many we have left over. Oh, okay, I can afford to put 2 in each of them. And of course, we can swap these out for gold, diamond, or even netherite ones later down the road, but the copper ones were cheap, and I could get a lot of them. Oh. 2.1 million? Okay. Huh. Wait. What? 2.1 M? Surely that's not million. Unless I've massively miscalculated how this works. My math earlier must have been really off. Huh. Yeah, when you start to get them in, they look something like this. Now, there is one more thing I actually want to do here, and that is with the configuration tool. And I believe if I shift-click the controller, all of the drawers now are locked, which means that even when they reach 0, they're going to retain what item was in that slot, and then nothing else will be able to take that spot. So these slots are all designated for these items now, even if we run out. And I've got a lot more item sorting to do, but for now I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to carry on with the build, which... Oh yeah, I changed this and I didn't actually show it off. I totally forgot to show this. I actually have changed the exterior. It'll probably be better to show it in the daytime. But I actually changed this front bit now to have these large sloping roofs, much like the chicken sandwich factory. I kind of like that we've been able to tie the 2 buildings together. It kind of makes everything just flow all as one a bit, whether you've got these same elements reappearing again, like we've got these sloped roofs here and here, we've got this kind of framed roof all over here and here. It looks really nice. And in this space, actually, I never mentioned this, we're going to build up a gate to go over this area, and we'll have a path out to the wilds that way, but I just haven't got around to that yet. But I want to do some machine stuff. I'm fed up with building. I want to automate some stuff. And that is exactly what I've done here. I've actually gone ahead and just started some of the most basic stuff. So we've added in a sawmill here. All we need to do is for the logs in this side, they go straight across. Over here, we just got some whisks set up. I don't really feel the need to automate these. If I've got 4, I can probably make what I need just on the spot. If I need more, I guess I'll just set up a temporary machine. And then we've also got a little metal press going on here. It's kind of awkward because I didn't really plan like walls that allowed me to hide wiring, so a lot of these are actually scooted forward 1 block. I've actually got kind of lucky with the sawmill because we put in this interior wall, and anything I build on this side will be able to just grab from here. If I take the wrench, there are actually cogs inside here. Oh, I think I broke it. You know, this might actually be the coolest one so far. I really love this. We've got the hoppers coming down, and then I've actually used the upper to get the extra storage here, which is really nice. And of course we've got the chutes at the top for the input items and all that stuff. Oh, I can put a double chest here. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. Something wasn't just quite right with this precision mechanism machine, and I've gone back and I've actually added all of these what are these called? Placards, that's the one. Added all these placards with the different items in, so obviously here, gold sheet, small cog, big cog, iron nug, precision mechanism. And then we've got the same going on for the track maker here, which I actually use an identical system. I've just swapped out this last deployer for a press, because that's actually what you need to make the tracks. You need to put in a stone slab, iron nugget, press it, and then we get a track. Now, I haven't actually made one of these yet, so I do want to do that. And just for the sake of having one to put on the placard, we're going to take some stone slabs here. We'll pop one in there, and then the other one can go in there. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Track. Nice. You know what? We've got loads of stone. I'm just going to make as many of these as I can. So next up on our list will be the mechanical crafter, and this is going to go in this space back here. We've just hooked it up to the floor, and we're just going to run these along top and make it a 5x5. I don't believe there is any recipes bigger than that. I may need to check though. Yeah, looking through all of this, it doesn't seem any of them go more than that 5x5 of the crushing wheel. This seems to be the biggest one. So I think this should work. We actually just need to make some of the covers, which what they allow us to do is block the slot so that it doesn't fill in when crafting. Alright, so things are getting a little wacky in here. I've started to put together a kind of bulk processing system. Now, I actually did some pretty intense math on this, and I worked out the exact speed this belt needs to be at to process a full stack of items as it travels along this belt. That being a stack of 16, because we're using chutes, of course. Yeah. So the idea is that we're going to put the items in the top, blah blah blah, some stone, whatever. They're going to come across here, and because we've actually got this wall at the back, the items are just going to sit on this belt if they reach the end. So even if this overflows, it's fine. It will then flow down in stacks of 16, come across here, pop off the belt, and into the chest. And of course, if the chest fills up, then I'm stupid, and I shouldn't have put that many items in, so I guess I just got to pick them up. But nothing's perfect. And yeah, down here, like I said, things are getting a little crazy. So this here controls the belt, and these need to be running at exactly 10 RPM. Whereas the fans, we can actually run these at 1, and they work exactly the same speed. So we can save on a ton of SU on these fans. Like, these only use 2 each, but they should work perfectly. And of course, we've got this air gap here, because this is where we're going to put the lava, the water, the campfires, and the soul campfires to process all the items. I did actually end up removing these fans while I showed this, because otherwise it's a bit of a madhouse of particles going on. But of course, the coolest thing about this design is that it is actually fully tileable. Now, I have actually finished this whole thing. I didn't intend to do this, but I'm going to take you on a little journey, right? So in OBS recording software, you are able to identify certain programs which won't be picked up by the audio. Now, I've set this up for Spotify, Google Chrome, and Netflix, so that if I'm watching anything in the background while recording, because I normally have music on when I record, right? And I don't want that to be in the video, so I don't include those noises in the recording. However, last night I was watching some YouTube, and because for whatever reason, my computer decided to open it on Microsoft Edge, and that is not in the list of allowed programs to be ignored. So everything I recorded last night had YouTube in it. Yay! So I've had to kind of scrap those clips, but that's fine. Like I was saying, this design is fully tileable, and yes, before you go type in your little comments, I will be making a tutorial on how to do this eventually. I got some other stuff I'd like to do first, but this is definitely going to be in there because I'm really proud of this design, and I think it actually looks pretty nice. So the idea is, if we grab ourselves some cobblestone, which is in the fancy drawers here, they are looking great. We throw items in the top chest, and you'll see they make their way to the back. We've used the wrench on these funnels, and they actually have a little glass window on them, so we can see the items inside flowing downward, and then they come towards us, which I think is a really nice visual touch, that we actually get to see them processing. And using that exact belt speed of 10, it is perfect enough time to process 16 items, which is what comes out these chutes, in exactly 4 belts, right before they come through the things here. I think because we've got glass panes behind those, the items are kind of popping off the end of the belt, which isn't ideal. I need to find a way to fix that. I might honestly just switch out the top bit for like a barrel and a funnel and stick a chest on that, but it should be fine. I'll do that in a second. But for the most part, this is looking really good. I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. We do still have some space left in here, however, and here is where we're going to put the dripstone lava farm thing, so we can refill our buckets. But I'm not going to get to that just right now. I want to do some other stuff first. And by other stuff, I mean talk about something for the channel. Obviously, of course, if you may notice that it's taken me about 2 weeks to make this video, and I'm not feeling too great about that. I was really hoping to get it done a lot before this, but real talk, my life's been pretty stressful the last 2 weeks. I have had a pretty rough ride going on the last 2 weeks, and it's made it kind of difficult to record. I have really enjoyed putting this stuff together, though, so I'm really hoping that in the next few days I'm going to get a lot more time to record, and hopefully I'm actually planning on getting some tutorials recorded, which I'm really excited for. And obviously CTS will be starting soon, so we've got that going on. But either way, I just want to apologise for how long this video is actually taking to come out. Thinking about the dripstone farm, I'm actually not going to do that today. I think I'm just going to call this one here because I really want to get this video uploaded and published. So thank you all for watching, everybody. Thank you for your patience in waiting for this video to come out. I know it's been a while, but hopefully going forward I'll be able to have a bit of a quicker turnaround on videos, because the tutorials I've designed, the machines are all done. All I've got to do is actually record the tutorial part, which is, yeah, that's great. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ski out.